At a recent town hall meeting, the Republicans and MAGA, Trump and Elon Musk, got an earful from their constituents, and they have a message for all of them. Tyrone Bowman live. Welcome to the program. Welcome to the conversation on tonight. Let's get right down to it. According to ABC News, let me read this article here. Representative McCormick says he heard concerns about DOGE and people losing benefits. After facing angry questions from constituents at a town hall last week, Georgia Republican Representative Rich McCormick is back on Capitol Hill with a new message for Elon Musk and the Department of Government Efficiency. Show a little compassion. McCormick faced boos as he fielded questions from furious constituents in his suburban Atlanta district. Quote, people are concerned about what DOGE is doing, what it can do, what its powers are. If they're overstepping the law, they're concerned about the rapidity of the moves and people losing their benefits, close quote, McCormick said. McCormick said he is heading to the White House Tuesday afternoon for a previously scheduled meeting with President Donald Trump. Given the chance, he plans to convey some of his concerns about DOGE to the president directly. What do you mean if you get a chance? Why don't you just talk to him? I think some of their actions have been too rapid to adapt to. You don't say. Seriously? For real people? I mean, you're talking about Republicans too. We're not just talking about Democrats, he said. I'm all for trimming the government. I am all for also doing it in a deliberate manner that allows people to adjust to their lifestyles. We're talking about people who are struggling to have to make big decisions, he added. Well, since they're talking about government efficiency, why don't you all take a big salary cut from the six-figure digit salaries that you get? And why don't you give back the benefits package that you and your entire family has? And why don't you give up the private security that you have as constituents? All the luxurious perks that come along with being congresspeople and senators. I don't hear anybody talking about giving up what they have, but they want hard-working, everyday, poverty-stricken men and women from all walks of life. I said from all walks of life, to bear the bunt, to carry the load, to always pick up the slack. People are having a hard way to go. They can't pay their mortgage. They can't pay their rent. They can't buy groceries. And all this stuff about school choice and school vouchers, you know those vouchers are for privately funded schools that will not take vouchers. What about individuals who have to spend a lot of money on gas every day? Those who have electric cars are in the same situation. Mothers have to choose between feeding their children or paying the rent. Those who have put their time in the military, they go to the places where they're supposed to Veterans Affairs, and they can't even get the services and things that they need. This is not right. McCormick said Republicans have a strong message, but it's at risk of being lost. They don't have a strong message. They have a pathetic message. That's the problem. You can lose that message with just one attitude, and if nothing else, we have to be careful with how we message this so it doesn't come across as discompassionate, he said. In my opinion, we have to be a little more, give people a little more to adjust who are about to lose their jobs. Adjust to what? Unemployment? Adjust to what? Poverty? Adjust to what? Not having what you need to take care of yourself and your family. People working 2 and 3, sometimes 4 jobs, and they still can't have their needs met. McCormick says, quote, I think we can have a better coordination between the executive branch and the legislative branch. Just for, if nothing else, we can be one team, one fight moving forward, he added. There is no consideration on the Republican side. It's damned if you do and damned if you don't with them. These people are selfish and greedy and hateful, vengeful. This is who they are. There's no compassion with them. There's no conciliatory nature with them. There's no empathy coming from them. And the sad thing about it is, you silly MAGA Republican politicians, you are hurting your own people. In an attempt to hurt black people and brown people, you are hurting your own people. Like in the state of Kentucky, the poverty rate and welfare rate down in Kentucky is far greater than some other places. And outgoing Senator McConnell hasn't done a darn thing to help the people in his own district. This is not a game. People's lives are at stake. And that's why it's so important. If you want to get something done, if you want to see the pendulum swing a different way, if you want to see the trajectory change, you better get out and vote during the midterm elections. Don't make the mistake during the midterm elections the same way you did in the general election. Because these people want to hold on to power, and they don't care how they do it. Republican Representative Cliff Bentz of Oregon also got an earful from constituents at a town hall last week. His message from us: don't leave Congress in the dark. Quote, I think the group is learning as it goes. You can tell this by the fact that they rehired some of the people they fired, so that's a good thing. It shows that they're listening and paying attention to what they're doing, Bentz. No, it shows that they were stupid to fire the experienced people and bring in a bunch of inept young teenagers to do the job. Just because they're tech savvy doesn't mean they have experience and know what they're doing. I would tell him, meaning Musk, he needs to reach out to Congress and let us know what they have in mind before they do it, so we at least have some sort of heads up. Ladies and gentlemen, and in closing, I'll put it this way. When we're making decisions and making choices with our lives, do what's best for you and for your family. Don't get wrapped up in the ideology of these politicians, because at the end of the day, they're only concerned about themselves, not you and not I. Never surrender, never quit. Please subscribe to Tyrone Bowman Live. We're on the road to getting 2,000 subscribers, and we're going to get there. We're on a journey. Sometimes it's 5 subscribers at a time, 10 subscribers at a time, 1 at a time, but we're going to make it. So never surrender, never quit.